Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, I'm actually in the middle of writing up an Embrys spotlight for hellhades.com, and yeah, it's a big feature of his second form that I had to mention in that guide, and I realized I'd not mentioned in my Embrys guide, which is that Embrys kit. That's a typo. I need to fix that before it goes live. This might go live in the next couple of days. He can solo Sand Devil, guys. And it's actually fairly easy to do with 4 food champions. So let's dive in and let me show you how it works and what you have to do. From my testing, I tried him in my exact build that I actually have him in, and I found that it would fail from time to time because he could just, I found that if the boss crit him with this Dune Tempest move, it could hit really hard, and that would actually be enough to wear Embrys down, especially if he crit on this move and then crit on an A1, which was possible. But yeah, this is how it works. It's pretty simple. You need there may be other speed tunes and stuff, but I found about 290 speed, and then I think I've got about 100. I'll show you how much HP. I think it's about 120,000 HP and about 3,000 defense, and that, guys, is literally all you need. You don't need any crit rate, you don't need any crit damage, you don't need any accuracy. That's it. It really is that simple. You've probably noticed what's happening here. It's the combination of his A3 plus his passive. So his passive, this is where the damage comes from. When this champion dies, reflects damage equal to 50% of the fatal hit back to the attacker, including any surplus damage. So unfortunately, we just missed it, it seems like, right there. But when the boss nukes you with this 100% ignore defense move, simple enough, it will reflect all of that damage back. And if the boss crits you, it's even better. It's going to reflect absolutely tons back. Here we go. Are we ready for this? Kabam! Decent chunk of damage, and Embrys is totally fine. Totally fine. This is where the speed requirement comes in. There's a 5-turn cooldown on the active effect here. It's a Godseeker style passive, but just for himself. If he's about to be killed by a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places Revive on Death on him before the damage is taken. So that's what lets us live. Revive on Death goes on. We reflect all the damage, well, 50% of the damage back, and we come back to life, and we're good. Now, the other part that lets him do this is his A3. Your life is forfeit. This is a 4-turn cooldown when booked. If the target is a boss, it will fully restore this champion's destroyed max HP. That's important because this boss does destroy a lot of HP and fully heals Embrys. And it also is going to give you some ignore defense, and it will give you an extra turn. The extra turn is really nice to help with the speed requirements because a 5-turn cooldown on his passive is very long. But with the extra turn from his A3, we're totally fine and we're not worried. And one thing you might notice is it doesn't really matter when he does his A3 because he doesn't have multi-hits. You know, like right there, we did his A3 right after we revived, but it's totally fine. I found with this speed, it's totally fine because you get a few moves in before the boss does anything. We're easily able to just loop around and be super safe. Like, we're never, ever in any danger. Now, one thing, his A3, obviously, is giving him, like right here, you see, we don't have our A3 straight away. It's fine. His A3 is giving him stacking ignore defense up to 50%, and you're casting this multiple times. So this run right here is fairly slow, but if you build this champion with enough HP to live, you need enough HP and defense to not die to A2, A1 combos in between. And you'll figure that out pretty quickly. A 3-star blessing should make it pretty darn easy. You need enough speed to cycle through his moves on time as well. After that, to speed this up, if you give Embrys like a lethal set, or you could give him Merciless, I suppose, would make it really easy. And if you give him crit rate and crit damage, then his personal damage will be pretty substantial, and you will get through this faster. But yeah, I think even if you had literally 0 damage stats, you would still do this in 4 minutes. Like, you don't need to do any damage with them. All of the damage comes from the passive reflection, but you probably would prefer to build him for damage because then he's going to be great for arena as well. So for this particular build, I've got 3 stone skin, 6 protection. He doesn't have any buffs. It's literally just it's a slight adjustment. So this was, I'll show you. My old build was like this. I don't have the gear at the moment to get him into lethal. So, okay, these are the exact stats I had. So for Form 2, with this build, I had 128,000 HP, 3,100 defense, and 285 speed. I had 75% crit rate and 172 crit damage. Obviously, my default. This is my my other build, my current standard build, which is 95,000 HP, 3,000 defense. And I found with that, he could die. He would actually sometimes die. If the boss got a couple of crits, he would die. So he's not a viable solo champion yet. But I think I'm almost certain, in fact, that if I get him a 3-star soul, and I'm just praying I get a good soul for him in the shop, I'm probably going to give him polymorph. Actually, maybe because he's got low accuracy, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll give him maybe just lightning cage or perhaps temporal chains at low level. But an extra 10k HP here, an extra 750 defense here. I think I should be able to get him into solo levels pretty well. I have him in just my standard sort of arena. It's the same build that I was talking about in my Embrys guide the other day. You can check that out if you want to see. Again, the idea is 4-piece stone skin, and preferably, I think 4-piece lethal. I've got him in 5 protection for the extra speed right now, just because of gear limitations at the moment on the account, because I do have other HP nukers like Frolny and stuff geared up as well. But that's where we're at. So yes, I'm not going to do it again because I just swapped his gear and we might fail now because we won't be quite tanky enough. But Embrys, very easy solo champ with 4 food champs. It's slow, but it's 100%. And yeah, I think it's actually, because his base stats are crazy. I think that's the key thing, guys. You might be saying, wow, you want 120k HP, you're crazy. Bearing in mind, he has 24,000 base HP and 105 base speed. It's not that hard, actually, to get him with enough stats to do this. Like, by the time you can get Embrys, which you need to do a lot of Chimera to get Embrys, by the time you get him, I would be shocked if you couldn't get him with enough HP and speed. You don't need the damage stats if you want a Sand Devil solo champ with food to just run the dungeon super efficiently. Oh, I should also mention, because I haven't mentioned it, I don't think I've got any area bonuses for Sand Devil. No, I've got none. But again, if you did get the ignore defense area bonuses, this would become even easier. And if you got the speed, that would make the speed requirements even lower. HP and defense would help you live, etc. It's grade 3, so I've not bothered. It's a bit too expensive for my taste. But yeah, there you go. Embrys, solo Sand Devil champion, on top of just being genuinely an absolute Chad, an absolute MVP. In fact, hopefully I've done enough Sand Devil. He deserves it. If I got a better glyph now, I want some, probably some 5-star glyphs for him. Again, he's a Chad. He deserves it. There we go. Bam. Bam. Even more HP baked in now. Ooh, I was hoping to hit 90k. We're over 90k on his second form. There we go, guys. Another little vid on Embrys, Sand Devil solo champ. Again, someone in my Discord told me about this, and I searched for it. I did, I promise. I was searching for like solo. I was searching for Embrys. I couldn't get it to show up. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure where you said it, but thanks, whoever it was. And I'm sorry I couldn't give you a direct shout out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.